Just when we start getting hyped over getting back to 60 frames per second, Ubisoft wants to cause trouble. And can Microsoft really pull off upsetting Sony with the price of the Series X? And Microsoft opening up a Halo tournament on May 23rd. Finally, something to do while losing my mind sheltering in place. If you like this content, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share so that this channel can grow. Once again, welcome to Stu's Tech. We're talking gaming, and today we are going to be talking about what Ubisoft has to say about running the new Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 30 frames per second. Wait, what? What did they say? Did they just say that? Wait a minute, hold on. 30 frames? Let me read that again. Ubisoft said that, and I quote, "Currently, we can guarantee that Assassin's Creed Valhalla will run at least 30 frames per second." You can find this quote on gamesradar.com. Link is in the description below. Well, that's not the greatest news, but it's better than it will be running at 30 frames per second. Now, I'm gonna take that as a grain of salt. I can honestly say that I don't know why they would just come out and say something knowing that it would cause backlash. But it seems like gaming studios just can't help themselves these days. Naughty dogs. I'm not 100% confident that they can get this game to 60 frames per second. Guess they're not getting the optimized for Series X seal of approval. From my research, there has been trouble with Assassin's Creed Origins on the PC, so I guess we have to cross our fingers and hope that they get their act together. There's just way too much power in the Series X not to be able to pull this off, and to just come out the gate and say something like that. Now, I'm not saying that they're doing this, but sometimes people come out with bad news for the just in case. Like, let's say they get the game running at 45 frames per second or 50, or maybe it runs at 60 but it dips down to around 45 during heavy combat or busy scenes. Since they just set the bar super low and getting the reaction that they just got from almost every breathing Xbox owner and video game YouTubers on the planet, they have some breathing room. Always set low expectations, and then anything higher than that makes everybody happy, right? Hopefully this doesn't backfire on Ubisoft, because if fans aren't happy, I've already seen many people say that they will take a pass. I wonder how PlayStation people think about this. Well, of course, it's got its super duper fast SSD. It will solve everything, right? Boosted clock speeds. They'll have it running at 60 frames per second, no problem. I hate to break it to you guys, if they're having some issues with it on the Series X, the game will have more problems on the PS5. If this game runs anything like Assassin's Creed Origins, it is heavily reliant on the CPU. And at this time, we only know the boosted clock speeds of the CPU for the PS5, which is 3.5 gigahertz. That's not its base speed. It doesn't look any better for the PS5, and they might have to compromise some, well, ray tracing. As Mark Cerny stated, you don't have to use ray tracing. So instead of getting super crazy like a lot of people telling people to go to Twitter with pitchforks and fire sticks, I went and did some research about Assassin's Creed Origins and found that it ran pretty good on an RX 5700 XT, which many people state that that's about equivalent to the Series X CPU, but it's hard to tell since it's custom silicon, and a Ryzen 5 3600, which the Series X GPU eats that up for breakfast. On ultra quality settings at 2160p, they had the game running at 40 frames per second, and at high quality settings, they had the game running at 72 frames per second. Yes, I do know that this is an older game, but it's also running on older hardware. I don't know all of the specifics, like type of motherboard, bus speed, memory, or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that the Series X beats their build, as it does with many of today's gaming rigs. So once again, I'm not too worried, but hope that they are able to work out whatever Ubisoft needs to get this game running the way their customers are expecting it to run. All of the information that was just given can be found at gpucheck.com. The link is listed in the description below. And at Extreme Tech, they are stating that Microsoft will be undercutting Sony with the Series X price, which does not surprise me in the least. You're talking about an SSD that you can't find in the market right right now in the PS5, which is almost twice as fast as the fastest NVMe SSD out on the market now. That doesn't come cheap. They put a lot into that. Almost all their eggs are in that basket, and well, I hope it works out for them. Both of these companies are super different on where they get most of their money. Sony gets most of their money in gaming and networking services, making around 20.84 billion USD for the 2018 fiscal year. That's a lot of cash, especially since that's 26% of their earning. Microsoft earned 10 billion in 2018 for the Xbox, but the company as a whole earned about $105 billion. That's only around 9.5%. So not only does Microsoft have deeper pockets, its Xbox doesn't contribute as much as Sony's PlayStation's bottom line. So they can take a loss and not care. Sony does not want to be in this position, and it will be interesting to see how much Sony will take a loss in profit if this rumor is true. To tell you the truth, I'm hoping, because the cheaper the Series X is, the better for my wallet. But PlayStation fans are cultists. They will buy the PlayStation 5 no matter what. The PlayStation 5 could have a Pentium 3 and they wouldn't care. And that's good, because that's what gives them epic games, diverse games, and lots of games. Sony knows that it has to keep its fans happy to keep the heavyweight title. Even if you are outgunned, if you're slick enough, you still have a chance. But like I said before, Microsoft is not messing around next generation. They have been doing everything right, with the exception of May 7th, but if they continue to do this and learn from their mistakes and keep the promise of diverse games, a couple of first-party games every year, the Series X could take the crown from Sony. And next up is Halo. HCS has announced the Master Chief Collection Pro Series, consisting of 8 tournaments for amateur, what they really mean are people that play Halo 24 hours a day and aren't pro because they aren't getting paid for it yet, and pro tournaments. The tournament will be starting on the 23rd of May. Here in the US, you have to be at least 17 years old to enter, and there are cash prizes. Please visit Noob Combos page. URL is listed below to see all of the requirements and how to enter. So what do you say? Do you think that Ubisoft is trying to be in the light? Or are they really struggling to get Assassin's Creed Valhalla running on the Series X at 4K 60 frames per second? Would you still buy the game if it's stuck at 30 frames per second? Is the rumor true that Microsoft is going to undercut Sony? And if so, would it be tempting to buy the Series X first if you're getting both consoles? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope that you have a good day. And the music that's been playing is by the one and only J-Turn-Z. Keep it coming. Please subscribe if you enjoy the content, hit that notification bell, and share this video with as many people as humanly possible so that this channel can grow. And like always, live long, play hard. I'm out.